Imagine living in a world where the exact time of day was a mystery. A world without clocks, alarms, or even the concept of hours and minutes. In this world, people lived by the sun and the stars, and the passing of time was marked by the rise and fall of the sun, the changing of the seasons, and the cycles of the moon. This was the reality for most of human history, a reality that stretched from the dawn of civilization to the Middle Ages and beyond. It was a world where time was not something you could measure with precision, but rather something you experienced through the rhythms of nature. The invention of the clock, however, changed everything, transforming our relationship with time and reshaping the way we live, work, and think. This essay will explore the journey from the ancient sundial to the modern clock, and how this transformation has impacted human civilization. In the early days of human history, time was a concept that was deeply intertwined with the natural world. The cycles of the sun, the moon, and the stars were the primary markers of time, guiding people in their daily lives, their agricultural practices, and their religious rituals. The sun, in particular, was the most reliable and accessible timekeeper. Sundials, simple devices that used the sun's shadow to mark the passage of time, were among the first tools developed to measure time. These sundials were not just practical tools. They were also symbols of human ingenuity and a way to bring order to the chaos of the natural world. However, sundials had their limitations. They were only useful when the sun was shining, which meant they were of little help on cloudy days or at night. This limitation was a significant problem, especially for societies that needed to coordinate activities beyond the daylight hours. The need for a more reliable and consistent timekeeping device was clear, and it led to the development of the water clock, or clepsydra. The water clock was a revolutionary invention that allowed people to measure time, even when the sun was not shining. The basic principle was simple. Water would flow from one container to another at a steady rate, and the amount of water that had flowed would indicate the passage of time. The ancient Egyptians were among the first to use water clocks, and they used them primarily to measure the hours of the night. The water clock was not without its challenges, however. The flow of water could be affected by temperature and the size of the hole through which the water flowed, leading to inaccuracies. Despite these issues, the water clock was a significant improvement over the sundial, and marked a crucial step in the development of timekeeping technology. As civilizations advanced, so did the complexity of their timekeeping devices. The Greeks and the Romans made significant contributions to the design and accuracy of water clocks. The Greeks, with their expertise in geometry and mathematics, were able to create more precise and sophisticated sundials and water clocks. The Tower of the Winds in Athens, for example, featured 8 sundials, each facing a different direction, allowing people to tell the time from multiple angles. The Romans, known for their engineering prowess, built elaborate water clocks that were used in public places, such as the Forum, to help people coordinate their activities. However, the water clock still had its limitations. It was not a portable device, and it required a constant supply of water to function. The search for a more practical and accurate timekeeping device continued, leading to the invention of the mechanical clock in the Middle Ages. The mechanical clock, which used a system of gears and weights to keep time, was a game changer. Unlike the water clock, it did not depend on the flow of water and could be made small enough to be portable. The first mechanical clocks were large and complex, often housed in towers or public buildings, but they marked the beginning of a new era in timekeeping. The mechanical clock revolutionized society in many ways. It allowed for the precise scheduling of events, the coordination of work schedules, and the standardization of time. For the first time, people could plan their activities with a level of precision that was previously impossible. The clock also had a profound impact on religious practices, as it allowed for the precise timing of prayers and religious services. The Church, which played a central role in medieval society, was one of the earliest adopters of the mechanical clock, using it to regulate the daily routines of monasteries and cathedrals. The development of the mechanical clock also had far-reaching implications for the economy and social structure. The ability to measure time more accurately and consistently led to the rise of the modern workday, with fixed start and end times. This, in turn, contributed to the growth of urban centers and the development of industries that required coordinated labor. The clock also played a crucial role in the scientific revolution, providing scientists with a tool to measure and record time with greater precision, which was essential for conducting experiments and making observations. As the clock became more widespread, it also began to change the way people thought about time. Time, which had once been a fluid and flexible concept, became more rigid and fixed. The clock imposed a new rhythm on daily life, one that was dictated by the passage of hours and minutes rather than the natural cycles of the sun and the seasons. This shift in thinking had both positive and negative consequences. On the one hand, it allowed for greater efficiency and productivity, but on the other hand, it also created a sense of time pressure and a loss of connection to the natural world. The impact of the clock on human civilization cannot be overstated. It transformed the way we work, communicate, and organize our lives. It allowed for the development of modern transportation systems, such as trains and airplanes, which require precise scheduling and coordination. It also played a crucial role in the development of global trade and communication, as it allowed for the standardization of time across different regions and time zones. The modern clock, with its precision and reliability, is a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of accuracy. From the ancient sundial to the mechanical clock and beyond, the story of timekeeping is a story of human progress and the ways in which technology has shaped our world. Today, we take the ability to tell time for granted, but it is a luxury that was once the domain of the few. The journey from sun time to clock time is a reminder of the power of human innovation and the ways in which our relationship with time has evolved over the centuries. In conclusion, the invention of the clock was a pivotal moment in human history. It marked a shift from a world where time was marked by the rhythms of nature to a world where time was a precise and measurable commodity. The clock has had a profound impact on every aspect of human life, from the way we work and communicate to the way we think and organize our societies. It is a symbol of human progress and a reminder of the ways in which technology has transformed our world. As we continue to develop new technologies and refine our understanding of time, the legacy of the clock will continue to shape the future of human civilization.